Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Friday edition of the Corporate Gamer broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight we are going to be playing something very chill. I didn't want to play anything too complicated, to be honest. I just wanted to play something that I can just have fun, pick up, play. I don't care if I lose every game. It's still going to be fun. And yeah, we're going to be playing NHL 94 Rewind. Basically, this is EA's attempt to being a throwback to NHL 94, which is beloved by many players, many video gamers. So they decided to re-release basically NHL 94. However, it's basically a roster update. That's basically all it is. So, having said that, we will be playing. I'm just checking out something here, making sure everything is good. No, I do not want to become famous. Why do these people keep coming up? I hate them. There we go. No, I am not becoming famous. Um, all right, so just making sure that the game is okay. There we go. All right, NHL 94. This is gonna be tough playing on an Xbox controller. I wish they would have this. All right, so corporate one. I don't know if you can play with retro jerseys. Let's new playoffs. There we go. Montreal. Oh, sure. Let's do that. You know, it's too crisp. Hey, Wasteland, welcome to the stream. I know you're about to stream yourself, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna pass by after. But yeah, I'm deciding to play something that's stupid, and I don't think I'm gonna be very good. But hey, it doesn't matter. This is a throwback to the. Oh my God! They even have the same guy, Ron Barr. Is that guy still alive? Okay, there has to be a way to edit the audio because it's pretty loud. Oh, that's fine. I don't think even this stream is your type of stream anyway, so I don't think you're a sports fanatic yourself, so it's all good. I love playing the original game, NHL 94. You guys have seen me play it numerous times. There's just something about those old games, and I was saying this. So, oh, okay. Oh, I actually have the puck. Okay, so what's the pass? Okay, pass is this. Okay, why for whatever reason? Okay, can we customize? You can't customize anything? Okay. I guess you can't customize anything, which is useless. Okay. So what's the shoot button? Oh, that wasn't that. Okay, that goes forward. I'm going to have a fun time trying to figure out what this is. I'll be honest with you, I used to be a really big fan of... Oh, come on. I used to be a really big fan of all the major sports. Basketball, football, hockey. But it's just, there's something... Hockey I still listen to, obviously because I'm Canadian. It's nice. Thomas Tatar from Gallagher and Drouin. Let me know if it's too loud or not, because it's really loud in my... It is really loud. Let me lower it a bit. There we go. So, yeah, I used to be a really big fan of a lot of different sports, but then there's something that's... I don't know. Alright, offsides are off. Nice! Jeff Petrie. Okay, I lowered it down a bit. Okay, let me know if it's better now. Because my volume is actually up to the max. So, like, I can't actually raise it anymore. I don't know if you remember the times when... It doesn't happen as much anymore. But it used to happen when you used to have, like, commercials that had different levels. Cool. Thank you. You had commercials that had different audio levels, which was nuts. Like, you had, like... You know, one was really, really low, and then... Or the show was really low and the commercials were really high. Why did that tick? There was no penalty, and I don't know clue what that happened. But anyways. Oh, come on. Fuck. It's so nuts. At least on TV it doesn't seem to happen as often as it used to. Nice. Jonathan Drouin. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's stupid. That's a stupid thought. But it's the way people think. It's also like... I've been working in customer service for the longest time. And... Oh, fuck, really? Oh, come on. And people seem to insist in 2021, the louder you scream, the more you're going to get service, like you're going to get better service. And it will work to a certain point, but at some point, I guarantee you, everybody that's behind the scenes, you're going to be the last on the list to get help. I guarantee you. There's one thing that if you're angry and you have a reason to be angry, that's fine. But you have people that are legitimately just always pissed off. Like they just like call because they know that if they yell the loudest, they'll be able to, like, you know. Okay. Well, at least there's a standard at your radio station. But I mean, it comes down to... Oh, come on. It comes down to who pays, right? It's like, I never used to be a big fan of... I used to discover new bands on the radio before. And now that's died. Yeah, I know. Here we have Star 92.9, which it's Star in the States too. It's from North Carolina. I think it's from Carolina. And there's this guy that always sells his dealership. Like, he does his own commercials. It's hilarious. I laugh every time. Because it's like... It's like, dude, you've been doing... Like, literally, the guy's been doing that for years. He does his own commercials, and it's not that he does a bad job. It's just that at one point, come and buy our truck, like in the middle of the pandemic when nobody needed a truck because everybody was at home. You might not need a truck right now, but you'll need it next year. Okay, well then I'll buy it next year. Like, like I don't. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, nice. I got the puck again. Well, that was a nice play. Too bad it didn't work. There is. So, Montreal radio sucks right off the bat. Um, Music radios, you have actual music channels on terrestrial radio. You have maybe, 10? And the way that it works over here, it's so stupid. So you have the language thing, right? So you have the language thing here. So you have to have English radio has technically is supposed to have like at least 20% French content. So that means like music and stuff. Um, so that's that. But it never really happens that way, to be honest. Um, or if they do, it's in the middle of the night because I never listen. You don't really listen to. Oh, come on! How did that not go in? I'm gonna have like the next game is gonna be a lot tougher, I guarantee. Well, that didn't work out. Oh, come on. Um, so yeah, you have French radio that has to have a certain amount. Sorry, English radio that has to have a certain amount of French. French radio doesn't have any mandatory English music because everything is pretty much English. They have French music more than English, but like in general, like C'est Quoi, they play a lot more. They play like a lot of English. Like they're pretty much like these guys. They pretty much just play. To be honest, there is English radio, but the problem is it's clicks, right? So because it's a small group. Like English radio, you have um, I don't even know the name of them anymore. You have Shom 97.7 FM for rock music, which used to be very good years ago. But apparently, Led Zeppelin has like Stairway to Heaven. You know. Um, good question. I think it's French musicians. I don't think it's French music, but in any case, French musicians don't really play English stuff. Um, so you'll have like so the way to get it like show them the way to get around it. They'll play like once in a while. They'll play Beau Dommage. They'll play Offenbach, which were probably really popular in the 70s. The thing about Shom is they think that they say that they're classic rock, and then they tried a few iterations. They moved away from that. Then they just were just rock. That didn't work out, so they went back to the classic rock format. So it's classic rock, and the thing is, they have good ideas. And years ago, they were avant-garde of a lot of stuff. They had so this is so stupid. Years ago, Shom used to be a channel where you had it was bilingual. It was a bilingual channel, literally a bilingual. You had French hosts, English hosts, and whatever people liked in terms of rock, that's what they would do, and that's what they would like. Then the Quebec government decided, no, 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 you can't do that. You're taking our hosts away from our French thing. So they decided to do the whole rule change with the FCC. Change because, well, it's not FCC, it's whatever the equivalent is in Canada. But it's the rules changed because of that. And it kind of roadblocked shown because they were avant-garde. They were in French, they were in English, like channels were at that time. They were actually a bilingual station. Our station is like classic rock, so it's all the same bands. Yeah, but the problem I have with Shown is Led Zeppelin has more than one hit or two hits, or like Ozzy Osbourne has more than just Paranoid and Bark at the Moon. For the longest time, I woke up for 3 years. 3 years. Every day at the same time, it was Black Betty that was playing. Whoa, Black Betty, da da da, whoa, Black Betty. I woke up to that for 3 years. They never changed their tape. It was insane. The sequence of music hadn't changed for a long time. Uh, but that's the thing. Now, what Shom has that's really good, they have. I don't even remember how it's called, but basically what they do is they play a full album. Yeah, sure, no problem. That'd be awesome. Woohoo! That'd be awesome, actually. Um, they have like where they play like classic albums from the vinyl, so you actually hear like the popping and stuff like that. So they have the classic album, so they'll play Led Zeppelin 4, like the full album, commercial free, or they're gonna play Extreme Three Sides to a Story, or they're gonna play 10 by Pearl Jam, and they play the full album beginning to end. It's all good. I'm not, to be honest. I find terrestrial radio, and this is where my point comes from. The thing about terrestrial radio is it goes to the highest bidder. So you'll listen to the same song 7 times in a day, and you're gonna tell me that people call in to request the song that just played 8 times in a day. To me, I don't believe that. And I've actually tried to call a station at one point to play something, and they refused to play it. It was an obscure song from Three Sides to a Story by Extreme. So I wanted to have them play that. Yeah, we can't. So basically, they end up playing More Than Words. Okay, but Extreme has more than just More Than Words. You know, they're actually a metal group, and they had pretty good albums. So it's basically it goes down to that's the thing. So terrestrial radio now, it's very it's very rare you're going to discover a band unless it's a band that studios want you to discover. Like it's rare there's going to be a group from left field that gets airplay. It just doesn't happen. Yes, it's dictated by charts, but again, you don't hear the best. So I always give Shom as an example because it's what I probably listen to the most, even though I don't listen to it most, or at all, or basically. It's in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, the DJ he plays whatever he wants. So you have some of the best playlists in the middle of the night, like between 1 and 5 in the morning, right before the morning show. It's amazing. Yeah, I understand, but like there's rock groups out there. You barely hear any rock on radio anymore. I actually listen to like you know, and it's not that I have any problems with R&B or it's not that I have any problems with R&B or rap or whatever. I love R&B. I love rap. You know, give me Wu Tang Clan any give me Wu Tang Clan any day of the week. The problem is that you're rarely going to, and it's dictated by charts, but it's whoever pays the bills. Yeah, there. So There was a period where Chaume actually in Montreal actually used to have they had that alternative turn at one point, and it wasn't super like that great, um, because again they went to like they would play Pearl Jam, but they would play like uh, just their top two three hits, and that was it. It's rare that you would hear, for example, Hunger Strike, which is it's not Pearl Jam, but you get the idea. Like it's rare that they would play like anything that would be, they would play the Tea Party. But even now, like if I listen to the radio, rock music, like just typical rock music. No, so alternative has different. So you have alternative rock. You had like at one point in the '90s they just decided to come out with categories out of nowhere. So you had punk, ska, alternative, alternative contemporary. I think alternative rock. So it depends where you put that. So at the time, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, they were under grunge, but they were also under alternative. Collective Soul as well. Collective Soul wasn't grunge though, but they were considered alternative back then. Um, but again, it's all like there won't be a group from left field. If I want to listen to a group or I want to listen to a genre of music and I want to discover a band, I have to listen to online radio. I've been doing that for at least 15 years. I used to do it before it was popular. And the way I used to do it before, it's all good. Yeah, sure. Send it to me. I'll be more than happy to listen to it. It'll be really cool. Um, and the other stations are like top 40 radio, pretty much. We have a few AM stations, which is just talk. But the FM stations, they're all pretty much. There's a few, 70s, 80s, and 90s, like only music. And then you have top 40, and it's basically the same songs over the top 10 song over and over and over and over again. You can listen like, and that's where I can't stand it anymore because either if I love a song on the radio, they'll kill it for me because I'll listen to it so often. It's happened to me before, not recently, but it happened to me before. When I used to work in pharma. I used to work in uh, I used to work in a laboratory, and they would put uh, the radio on all day, and I think it was Green Day. Wake Me Up When September Ends, whatever the name of that song is. Anyways, I loved that song. I was like, oh, this is a really good song. And at the beginning, you're like, okay, it's playing again. All right, cool. It's like playing it on repeat on your. And I actually wanted to buy the album, but I couldn't get to go buy the album. Back then, you couldn't buy it pretty much digital. Well, you could, but it was harder. So I didn't really buy it on iTunes or whatever. I wanted to buy a physical copy. So I waited like 2, 3 months before I bought it. But by the time I wanted to buy it, I got so fed up with the song, I'm like, fuck it. um, so it kind of ruined the album for me, in a way. Um, and that's the thing. Like, it's tough to say that terrestrial radio should change the way it's working because it's been the same way for so long. And you don't have to go far. Just go down the 401. Go down to, or take a left turn at Albuquerque, in Ottawa. If you go to Ottawa, they have they have like 3, 4 rock stations like dedicated to rock. like rock, alternative rock, classic rock, hard rock, heavy metal. You know, the closest thing we had here was 99.9 The Buzz, which used to play. It was the only one that would play like random shit. Like I think they're the ones that I listened to Seether. That's how I discovered Seether. Uh, yeah, I got it. Thank you. Um, and I discovered so many good bands. I discovered the Killers there before they actually got super popular. Granted, that kind of lasted. Oh yeah, well I think the Buzz is in. I think it's in Vermont. I'm not sure. I know it's in the States. I don't remember where exactly it is. But yeah, it's 99.9 The Buzz here in Montreal, anyways, and you only get it in your car because you're grounded. If you're in a house, there's too much interference, so you can't actually listen to it. I don't even know if it still exists. Uh, to be quite honest, I would have to check it out to see if it's still on. But then they went commercial. They must have got some contracts and they started being a little bit too commercial. And what was really good about them, they would play some random shit like stuff that they would play some. Sometimes they would play some thrash metal. I'm not a big fan of thrash metal. To me, it sounds like a bunch of people that didn't know how to play, or people that just decided to play individually without having any rhythm, and that's thrash metal. Um, but I do like speed metal. I do like, and then even at one point in the '90s, they had like this category. Like I remember for the longest time, you had hip hop and R&B, rap, right, which was kind of three different categories. Then you had trip hop, uh, like so many subcategories of the original categories that we used to know. And I used to freak out when I used to go to the record store. Talk about me being dated. Um, Me going to a record store. Ooh, do any of you know what a record store is? Um, I'm so happy that I was able to find a turntable that's able to play 78s. Um, I have 35. I have 33s in the in the third. It's 33s vinyl records. I have 45s, which were the singles back in the day. Uh, so on one side you had the one. No, I know. I was just joking in general, because my cousins, if they didn't grow up in my family, they wouldn't know what a record player is. I know that. But like the younger generation, they don't know. And for them, like, it's so insane. So vinyls right now are back in. They're popular again, but they're for collectors really, and they're super expensive. I have a 1980s Queen's Greatest Hits. It's one of their I think it's the first greatest hits they had in 1980. Uh, awesome freaking album, amazing. And it cost back then like whatever. It's the same cost it would be for a CD. So it was like what, $10, whatever, $12, maybe 20, because record uh, cost of records used to go up and down. That same album goes for 80, and I go, okay, so it's a collectible. All right, fine. Because mine skips at one point, and to this day, when I listen to "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions," there's a point that skips, and if I listen to it on the radio, in my mind, it still skips at that same spot. Like I could not listen to it for like 20 years. For me, that song will always skip at that same spot. It's amazing. Um, and so I decided, okay, so let me go see what, a new album that comes out. So at one point, I looked up Phil Collins because he re-released. So he remastered all his albums, and he did something really cool. I really like this. He took, so you know that most of his albums, or all of his albums, I think except for one, or two in the later years. It's pictures of him, his head. Either it was face value or um, not against all odds because that was from a soundtrack. But you get the idea. So it was his head. So when he remastered it, he retook the pictures in the same way, but it's his older self. So you see the wrinkles and stuff like that, which is really cool. So I wanted to buy an album that I didn't have in my collection. So I wanted to buy Face Value because I don't have it. It was $90. I get it. It's a vinyl. It's I guess it's a collector thing, but it's $90 for a vinyl. It's a little expensive. And apparently all new vinyls are that price. Like a lot of them are like $40 and higher. It's like a novelty thing, and it's like, I'm so happy. I did lose about 200 records, vinyls. A lot of them were more old school, like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. However, one of my prized possessions is a 78 of Dean Martin singing only in Italian, which I still have. And that's the reason why I wanted a 78 player. And I ended up getting a record player at Best Buy. Vitriola is the name. I think it's Vitriola is the name of the company. They come out with it's a record player that for $199 you have a record player, a tape deck, a CD player. You can take records and put them on CD if you want to. There's a CD recorder. There's FM radio, no AM. There's only FM radio. You can connect your phone to Bluetooth, so you can listen to the radio from your phone if you really wanted to. Sometimes it comes out better than like terrestrial radio. And that's pretty much it. And it cost me like $199. And actually, it was a birthday gift from my wife. The first time we got it, I was like all happy, and the motor inside was busted, so it would whine like. So I had to go back and get a replacement. But since I got the replacement, I have no qual. I've been playing records. Oh man, I've been playing. I have. If you go to our roundtable.ca Instagram, you'll see that I post a lot of I haven't done it in the last few weeks, but I used to post a lot of like albums that I have in my collection. I have the Woodstock double album that come out. That's from my father-in-law. He gave that to me. It's really cool. I have Peter Gabriel, the one that he came out with Salisbury Hill, which is it's a good album. I have Genesis. I have a few Genesis. I have Genesis with, I think I have Genesis with Peter Gabriel. I don't have Genesis with Phil Collins. I have Phil Collins solo stuff. I have a lot of breakdancing stuff. Yes, I used to love to breakdance when I was a kid. Yay! Yes. Am I good at it now? Not in a million years. But I used to like it, and I still do. I still like. I have the soundtrack for Breakin'. Uh, I don't have the second one. I have Beach Street with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Um, those are really good soundtracks. Those are underrated. And the thing is, people forget about the breakdance era because it lasted like 3 years in pop culture. More or less, it started in about 84 and it died in around 87. More or less. Breakin' and Breakin' 2 came out in a 6 month span. So that was that. Uh, there was a few breakdancing movies that came out, more or less. But the popularity of breakdance was pretty much from 84 to 87. Even though it was pretty much the craze was started by Michael Jackson when he did the moonwalk. That popularized that, but breakdancing was done years before. I believe it's the 70s, early 70s in New York City. I don't remember exactly. I know it's New York City and it's in the 70s. I just don't remember if it's mid or early 70s. But I'm pretty sure it's early 70s. Street dancing. And I used to love seeing oh my god, I'm so old. I remember seeing breakdance battles in the park. You would have like the group settle down with either like with the cardboard in the middle of the park with their freaking boombox, and then you would have battles. Who would have the park for that week or whatever. Um, yeah, that was insane. My God, I'm old. Um, yeah, so I have a bunch of vinyls. Probably the first vinyl that I remember listening on heavy rotation in my household was "Ben on the Run" with Paul McCartney and Wings. My uncle used to be a huge Paul McCartney fan, Beatles fan, Paul McCartney. I think I must have listened to that album like 1,000 times. And I'm not joking. I used to go to my grandmother's. That's the album they used to put on. Um, Christmas time, he used to bring the album. We used to listen to it. We never actually owned Ben on the Run. I think my aunt grandmother had it. He had it, but we never owned it. So every time he came, he brought it with him. And then I had another uncle that would just bring in a garbage bag full of Atari games. So, and to me, so this is how I grew up playing video games. I would have my ColecoVision with Atari adapter hooked up to my TV in my brother's room, and there would be the record player, and we would listen to music while playing the games. Uh, oh man, we used to listen to a bunch of stuff, and then my brother for years, because we didn't necessarily have a lot of money, and I'm not saying that we grew up like piss poor, and then we went from rags to riches. That's not the point. But as a kid, I mean, we had to earn our money, right? And we had an allowance, but we didn't have that much. My allowance was like a buck at the time or two. But when you used to have like we didn't have enough. Once in a while, you used to have enough money to buy an album, but that was one album, right? But you wanted to. There were hits that came out, so what we used to do is what a lot of people used to do at that point is record from the radio. And my brother used to record the top CKGM in Montreal, which became Mix 96, and now it is Virgin Radio. Um, they they used to have a top six at six, and then for the longest time, the French radio stations would have a mega mix at 7 o'clock on C'est Quoi, and there's another one, Énergie, and they would actually have a mix, a 15-minute mix. However, they used to say they used to be a mix, but one channel actually used to do mixes. The other channel used to do montages, like basically shortened versions of the same song, like for of different songs, like one after, just with a better transition. Whereas the other channel used to actually do real good mixes and like an actual mix, which is in the name, which was actually fun. So we used to record a bunch of those. Then there was that Eurodance phase where I used to listen. I used to record from the radio from the clubs. So we used to have clubs playing music from various clubs in Montreal from 12 to 3. And that's how I used to record dance music back in the 90s. Yes, I did have a Eurodance phase. Isn't that fun? Um, and yeah, so I've been a fan for you know um, I'm actually, and people, and this has been something that's kind of uh, it's something that's I lost my train of thought. God damn it, because something popped up and I lost my train of thought. God damn it. I hates this. I hates old age. All right, well I guess that means that I have to play. So whoever's been watching and lurking, um, Thank you for staying and watch me ramble on for like half an hour. Because, you know why? Because I can't multitask. Oh, fuck, seriously? I don't know what that tick is. Really? I don't know where that... Oh, okay, that's the 1 minute warning. Nice. Well, I got 6 seconds. That's it. So I did say this was going to be a chill stream, which it is. And thank you for those that are watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching on a Friday night, spending your time on this channel. And thank you, Wasteland, for chatting it up. You're probably almost due to stream on your own channel. I will pass by after I'm done streaming. I should be done in an hour or so if I actually get to play games and not just talk everybody's ear off. It's funny because Avante was like, it's funny. Everybody's so Avante was tweeting about how to grow a Twitter audience, and then you have at the same time I have the Integer, who's another great guy to follow, by the way. He's also on YouTube, and it's an integer. It's integer with a one. So it's 1 NT whatever. And he was also talking about like where, how are Let's Plays dead, or like where's the most eyeballs you can get, or how can you grow an audience? It's actually pretty cool. And and the thing is, it's so saturated now. Everybody's what I'm actually willing to. I'm actually wondering what's going to happen after the pandemic is over. So right now everybody's starting to get their vaccines, which is fine. But am I injured? Shea Weber out for the period. Are you kidding me? God damn it. Come on. Yeah, so after the pandemic is over, like, who's still going to be on Twitch? How did that not go in? How did that not go in? No. No. Oh, come on. The sound is a little bit off, though. It's like you hear the sound of the slap after, like, way after the actual slap shot, which is nuts. I don't even know if... There we go. Yay, I'm not losing any frames. Which is hilarious, because I've been losing frames for the last little while, and I don't know why. My internet is fine. In fact, I even upgraded my internet. So, that's that. Come on. So even to say, so to talk about, where the eyeballs are in terms of streaming, I don't know where I'm doing wrong in terms of Facebook, but Facebook is complete garbage. Like, there's no one on Facebook. Like, a lot of people are waning away from Facebook. And so YouTube is the only real alternative. I was going to be... I used to stream on Mixer. But Mixer had a lot of promise. It just never... I don't understand why they gave up on Mixer. Because they spent all that money. They didn't even attempt to sell it back. They didn't even attempt to sell it. And, you know, they just... I don't know. Well, that was a nice hit. I already have a minute left. Jeez. Okay. Really? Nice! I won the game. Game 1 out of 7 in the first round. At least I kept the same sounds. I wonder how long people are willing to stay on. Technically, Maple Leafs are they're better than me. All right. I'm surprised I won that one, by the way. I played like crap. Ah. Johnny T. Yeah, so I wonder how many people are still going to be streaming in about 6 months. Because I followed a bunch of people, and already there's a bunch of them that streamed for like 4 or 5 months, and then once life started picking up again, they just they quit Twitch. So, come on, really? But I am here for the long haul. So yeah, to the point of what Integer was actually what I was saying to Integer on his YouTube video. There's two types of streamers on, or at least I could put them in two categories. There's two types of categories of streamers on Twitch in general. You have the variety streamer, and then you have the one that plays the same thing all the time. Let it be retro for speedrunning, or they play Call of Duty all day. Yeah, you may be able to split them into two different categories, but in general, it's come on. You shot on your net. Anyways, so yeah, I was wondering, like, oh, come on, really? So, me, yeah, good. You're out for 5 minutes and 21 seconds. Good. So yeah, there's two types of streamers. So you have the ones that stream everything, the same thing all the time, and then the other ones that are a variety streamer. The ones that stream everything all the time, usually those guys will pick the channel because of the game. Come, really? I did pretty much everything except for scoring. I don't know how that did not go in. Um, so yeah, they usually, you know. So you had, well, I think, was it Ninja that was the same way? Ninja was like a Halo guy, and then he played Fortnite or whatever. Okay, well, whatever. So at the end of the day, you have people that stream that, and then you have variety streamers like me that stream everything from the same, you know. And when I started out, um, ex users of mine actually mentioned that, you know, you should stream the same thing all the time. You should have a focus on your niche audience. Yeah, but then I wouldn't like what I'm doing because I don't like to play a game for like 3 years straight. You guys have seen me play like Assassin's Creed, and after like a month, I'm done, right? Like I don't even play the DLCs anymore, right? So yeah, I'm a variety streamer, and there's a lot of people that are variety streamers. Now, the thing with variety streamers, and it does happen, there are people that will follow you because of the game. Some of them will stick around if they really like the host. Others will unfollow you the minute you stop playing that game. So let's say Fallout 4, you get a few follows. If I stop playing Fallout 4 for whatever reason, people just decide to go somewhere else or whatever. And at the beginning, I would be like, you know, maybe it's because I'm a bad host. They're not sticking around, but it's just the nature of how streaming is. It's just the way that streaming, you know, the audience for streaming is. Now, I do have people. I'm not. I never claimed that I was the best host either. Um, so that's that. You know, God. So I never claimed I was the best host either. But at the end of the day, though, you have to like who you're watching. Um, you know, I've been watching. Now, I mentioned Integer before, Kenny, Avante, Psychosis. Yeah, there's periods of where they haven't streamed for a long period of time, but I still appreciate them a lot for what they do. And when they do stream, it's really fun. Wasteland is another one. She's really awesome as well. Very laid back, you know. And I always like the smaller streams as well, because in the bigger streams you get, I don't know, like one channel I used to hate watching, and no disrespect to anybody that likes him, is Mike Matai, whatever. I just couldn't. His freakouts were so annoying. You know, and I just can't. There's only a few channels that I've actually actively still follow because they're big. Because I started when they were not big, but now they're bigger, a lot bigger. Nice. And yeah, thanks for passing by, Wasteland. Really appreciate it. Are you continuing Resident Evil? Because I want you to beat. I want you to finish beating that boss, or whatever that section was that you were having problems with. Really? Oh, come on. So yeah. Kilgore Trout is probably the only one. I think he's up at 14,000 followers, I think, or close to it. I haven't checked in a while, but nice. He scored in his own goal. Nice. And you know, my channel is not big. I've mentioned this numerous times. You guys are probably annoyed by me saying this, but I don't care. And I had this guy, so I posted on a Twitch Facebook page because I was just curious. First of all, those Twitch Facebook pages, garbage. Complete garbage. Because people don't read. So you have people that will just do follows for follow without even reading the post. Like the group is not even for follow. It's just like Twitch support. So you post your link, and technically, you know, if you like it, you click on it, and that's it. People all they do is they click links on. They put links in the chat and the comments. It's like, yeah, follow me and I'll follow you. Well, no, that's not how it works, buddy. Let me see your stream and I'll follow. If I like what you're doing, yeah, I'll follow. But if not, forget it. I'm not following for follow. Sorry, bud. And then it's like, well, you're a crappy supporter. Well, no, I want to grow organically. I don't want to grow like, you know, have a bunch of people follow me and then, nice, follow me and you know, then unfollow like 3 days later, which has happened. Man, I'm actually doing pretty good in this one, surprisingly. Of course, there's no one to follow. Oh, come on, really? Nice! Gallagher for the win. Sweet Jesus. Sweet, sweet Jesus. I'm massacring this period. Which is surprising because they're supposed to be better than me. But anyways. And I'm actually surprised I actually got familiar with the controls pretty quickly. Because I'm so used to playing this on a controller like a Super Nintendo controller or a Genesis controller type controller. With like 2 or 3 buttons. Bow, bow, bow. See, that would never happen in a real game. The music stops after the puck drops, but I miss games like this, like arcade games. Like they came out with one last year, I think. It's called Slapshot. But it's apparently not that great. It has the spirit. It's hard in its right place, but it's not that great. And yeah. Well, come on. How did that miss the net? Like seriously, you have a freaking auto aim. I don't get it. I don't get it, Mayu. I don't get it. Nice. Nice. Putting it away. Bam. Bam, Samity Sam. No, you're not gonna score, bro, because you suck. Yeah, exactly. You suck. Nope, that was not the right button. I think I'm starting to get the hang of the... Oh, that was a nice play. Nice save by my goalie. Carey Price. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, God. Really? What the hell is that beep? I can't figure it out what it's for. Really? I really like the NHL hockey. NHL hockey, I think it's NHL hockey. On PC, it's NHL hockey. This version, but on the PC, because it looks different. I loved it a lot more because it's a lot more pixelated. It's fun. It was super hard when I was playing it last time. And, nice, I won 7-2. Bazinga. Hey, Psych! I don't know if you can. I don't think so. Tip of a hat. Score a hat trick in a single player mode. Yes. Diamonds. How you doing, Psych? Welcome to the stream. The first stream where I am vaccinated. Woohoo! Alright, so I'm up 2-0 against Tirana. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, it makes sense. I know people that can't get certain, like AstraZeneca, they can't get it because the blood clot issue. Well, I got my first dose today. My next dose is in August. Because here in Canada, we don't have enough doses because we didn't make enough. Well, we don't actually have any way of making our own doses. So we had to buy from Pfizer and stuff like that, and there were delays and so on and so forth. So the vaccination's been slower to roll out here, but we're finally getting vaccinated. They opened it up to the main group. So my second vaccination is in August, which the thing is, people are like, well, that's unacceptable. You know what? I have one. One is enough for at least it covers a lot of ground, and I wanted it as well because of my daughter. She's going to daycare. She brings it home, you know. Now I'll be fully happy when I could vaccinate my daughter, which I don't know when that's going to happen because they haven't. They're testing it now on well, the J&J one is the same thing as AstraZeneca, which, so everybody's complaining about the blood clot issue, right? Because the AstraZeneca and J&J are using the same method, which is different from Pfizer. And so everybody's complaining about the blood clots, but if you look at the stats, especially for AstraZeneca, You have a better chance. You have a bigger chance. Yeah. You have a bigger chance of getting a blood clot from birth control than of getting the AstraZeneca one. And the AstraZeneca one, it's like there's been I don't know. Let's say put it at 200 cases worldwide. They administered like over I don't know how many millions of vaccines. So I'm assuming J&J is the same. I'm not actually as familiar with J&J. And to be honest, the first thing that when there was a press conference this week with Trudeau, and Biden said, "Oh, we're going to be sending you guys some extra vaccines." I'm like, "Yeah, watch him send us the J&J ones." The ones he sent us the first time were the AstraZeneca, which nobody wanted, which is fine, because I would take it in a heartbeat. And I guarantee you the second one, it's going to be J&J. I guarantee you. But I don't know what's happening with J&J. I know they had stopped it for whatever reason. And the price of the vaccine is going to skyrocket soon. Once everybody's vaccinated the first time fully. Here, do you guys have to pay for your vaccine? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. That was going in, bro. That was going in. 29 freaking seconds. That's enough for them to score. And if it's anything like the real Habs, they're going to score with like 10 seconds left. Maybe not. But that's the way it goes. That's the way love goes. So yeah, there's about half an hour that we kind of got wasted in a way. I didn't really play because I was just talking to Wasteland about albums and music in general, like radio stations here in Montreal and how they work. Yeah. Oh, come on. Better not score, you son of a. No, you're not gonna score. Stop it. Of course, I put it in. Both goals. Both freaking goals. I got your goals right over here. Alright, guys, you gotta wake up. The Toronto Maple Leafs. They're not gonna win. They don't have the character. Also, they just suck. Nice! Jonathan Drouin with the tie from Gallagher and Carey Price. Well, this one, he's not going to play. He's not going to bleed. Because this is Rewind. This is not the original. I didn't feel like hooking up my old Genesis. So I'm playing a playoff game. 7. Oh, come on. I would like to be able to play with the old jerseys though. It would be cool to play like with the Nordiques jersey, because the Nordiques were part of the original game, or even Hartford Whalers, or whatever the case may be. I know it, Stimp. Welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Actually, I haven't seen you stream either. Everything okay? Hope that you're doing well, staying safe. Well, that was a bad move. Yeah, not too bad. Actually, Psych, I was wondering, why can't you get the vaccine? I know your wife can't get the vaccine. That I understand why, but why can't you? Yeah. Oh, come on. John Tavares and a pass by Marner. But you're not going to get sick. No matter which one you get, the virus is dead. When you actually feel the fever and stuff like that, it's your body building the antibodies. You're not actually getting sick. It's just your body's making the antibodies. So if you feel aches and pains and you get a fever, that's actually a good sign. It means your body is making the antibodies that it needs. But the actual virus, what they're injecting you with, it's not a live virus. So you can't infect anybody else. It's the same way as a flu. You'll never infect anybody from the flu because you got a flu shot. The feeling the feeling that you get after. Yes, okay, it does. Yes, it does strain the human. Yes, because it's building the antibodies. So obviously you get weaker. That I understand. Okay, that I understand. That makes sense. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be a doctor or anything or try to say that you're wrong, and I'm sorry if that came off that way. Nice. Woot woot. I'm diabetic and get sick easier. Regular stuff she needs not to get sick and she wants her healing. Yeah, okay. Well, at the same time, like even I have an aunt that has only one lung, um, and because of that, she can't get the AstraZeneca because it's too risky. But the Pfizer should be fine technically. I haven't heard anybody getting an adverse effect from having the Pfizer. Yeah, to be honest, like even here, like we're the province here is about 30% vaccinated, at least with a first dose. So it's like it's gonna be a long time before things reopen. It's not as if things are gonna go back to normal like in 2 weeks. Anyways, before my body actually has enough antibodies and can fight the virus or build the immunity to it. It's gonna be at least, I think it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So. Well, that was a stupid move. Oh, sorry to hear that. Doing better, though? I know you were, at one point you were doing streams, not necessarily gaming, but you were doing other stuff on the stream, which is actually pretty interesting. I liked it. Well, I hope that you have, you're doing it better, and that, take it one step at a time. And to be honest, you know what? If you don't feel like streaming, don't. I stream strictly because this is the only time I get to play games. I don't have time to play games any other time. Like, I don't have any leisure time to play on, during the day and stuff like that. I take care of my kid, and eventually I'm going to go back to work, so, like, I can't... This is basically my only outlet to play games. So that's why when I see, like, somebody, like, that says they played, like, finished 70 games last year, I was like, what are you on? I don't care if it's a pandemic. That's a lot of gaming. And it's not like some of these games are like all short. Like some of these were like long games. Oh, great. I scored my own net. Reading the chat. Fantastic. It's all good, Psych. Thanks for passing by. I really appreciate it. I know it's not your favorite type of game to watch me play, but... Nice! That's goal or interference if I ever saw any, but it's okay. So it scares me away until I regain confidence. Ah, okay. You know what? Do what you can. Those guys on the YouTube channels, you think they don't screw up? It's just because it's edited. Believe me, they screw up. And especially if it's not your number one thing, if you don't do it all the time, yeah, you're gonna be rusty. It's like a programming language, right? If you use it every day and you use it at work, yeah, fine, that's great. But if you use it once every 6 months, yeah, it's gonna take you longer to do that same freaking program, right? Or to look at the same piece of code. It's the same thing. Like everything else, you need to practice it. You need to do it more often. But if you screw up, you screw up. That's it. I used to be very self-conscious when I used to actually stream. Come on. Really? Guys. I don't know what it is about the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're playing really stupid. I don't know if it's because it's round one. And they're playing easy on me. But like there's times where they should have scored and they didn't. Really? He saved that? My God. Yeah, so when I first started, I used to be so self-conscious about playing games in front of everyone and screwing up and not being able to play, a game like most people would be able to play. Like, oh, I'm gonna screw up on this game, or it's gonna take me a long time to play this particular section, or I screw up. I get lost in games, so there's times where I don't actually advance for like a stream, sometimes an hour. It happens, and once I got over it, once I said fuck it, either you like it or you don't. That's it. And I do actually, then. There's been times where... By the way, Psych, did you see my last stream? I don't remember if you were there. For me to finish the James's Ruins Fallout 4 mod. That was a screwed up mod. It was so bad. Really? Really? You're gonna go there. Okay. Really? Come on, Shea Weber. You can do it. You can do it, Shea. And you lost the puck. You stupid fuck. Come on. Get the fucking puck. Thank you. And a cross check into the bench. Nice. Face off. Penalty shot. Nice. Shea Weber. After being knocked out. The Habs this year, man, are so fucking frustrating to watch. It's not even funny. Like, I can't even fathom, like, there's some nights they look like they could win the cup, honestly. And then there's nights where, like, they look worse than an AHL team. I do not understand our team, the Habs. The East is, well, you know what? It's not as easy as people think it is. So, oh, come on, I hit the post. So you got Toronto and Winnipeg pretty much that are the top of the top of the East. Although I will admit that whoever comes out of the division, I don't think they get out of the conference, honestly. And to say that it would be Winnipeg, I'm not so sure. But you know what people don't realize, and the only reason I know it's because I watch a lot of the Habs games. Yeah, Ottawa is not a great team, but my word, do they work you hard. They're a lot better. Like, in a few years, if they have the same work ethic, they're gonna be insane to deal with. Cause, oh, come on, what the fuck, guys? What are you doing? What am I doing? Really? That's what we're going for? Okay. The only one that really sucks, honestly, that I feel that really sucks, they've been on a winning streak lately, it's Vancouver. And it's not because the Habs like have their number. It's just they legitimately, like, they suck. I think a team that's overrated is Edmonton. Because Edmonton has one line. That's pretty much it. They have a McDavid line. And when something screws up in their team, they just put, it's like Pittsburgh. They put Malkin and Sidney Crosby together. Same thing with in Edmonton. They're not getting the goal scoring. Okay, we'll put Draisaitl and McDavid in the first line. But that's their only form of attack. Their defensemen suck. Mike Smith has been doing a spectacular job there. Nice. He's been doing a spectacular job. But he's 39. I mean, yeah, he's a short-term thing. They need to find a goaltender, and Niskanen is it Niskanen? The guy that's the backup? He's not doing. They signed him to a super long contract. I think it was 4 years. The guy, and they signed him when he was going through a winning streak, and it's like they didn't wait. Well, that's it. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, brother. So yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. Ah, fuck. Johnny T. Johnny T for the win. I need a couple of goals here. I need some goals. Oh, come on. Screw you. And also, players, teams that that have extraordinary records. People don't remember the 80s and 90s when you had like the Adams division, Smythe, Norris, James Patrick. Yeah, you had those teams that had those amazing freaking years, but that's because you used to play they used to play the teams in their division a lot more than the rest of the league, and they were a lot better. Maybe not eight times a year, but they would still play like a significant amount per team. And pretty much every division, you knew who would make the playoffs every year. There was always one team in the division that sucked. For the longest time, it was the Hartford Whalers. Then it was the Quebec Nordiques in the late 80s. Quebec sucked. In the late 80s, early 90s, they sucked. The Islanders weren't that great in the late 80s. They would always make the playoffs, play against Washington. Maybe win. But it's going to be icing. Like the way the Habs are playing, I'll be honest with you. I don't think they make the playoffs at this point. They can't get a winning streak going. Wow, that was an insanely stupid goal. They can't get 2 wins together. And the worst part is, on paper, we have a decent fucking team. Like, we have a decent team. People were complaining about, like, Leaf fans were like, oh, like thinking like Suzuki and Kotkaniemi would be like Marner and, Matthews. But they're not, number one. And number two, they develop at different rates. Suzuki is going to be more of like a Bergeron from a Habs perspective. KK is going to be a good... I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say he's going to be like a Saku Koivu. A sound centerman that's going to get his points. Maybe not get 130 points a year, but he'll get his points, and he'll be able to pivot a decent line. Stahl is not here for long. He's a rental, so that's fine. And even then, I don't know, man. Yeah, he's there for his face-offs. But in terms of energy and speed, the guy slowed down so much. God damn. Yeah, but the thing is, he has to play in a role that fits him, right? So he's on a 4th line. But the thing with him is the only one that's on... I know you're a Washington fan, so I don't know if you know much about the Habs, but like we have... he plays on the 4th line with... Well, the last game was with Drew Wayne because he got demoted. And Lehkonen. Lehkonen has the speed. He needs the guy. You can't have like 3 guys that are slow on the 4th line. He's gonna suck you. He's gonna really suck. So, and Danault, I hope we sign him again because he's really, really good. He's not a number 1 center, a typical number 1 center, but to me, he's like, he's the new version of Plekanec. A guy that's defensive, a defensive offensive guy, could pot you some goals periodically. He can get you some really random goals. um, which is good. He can get you 10, 15 goals easy, maybe 20 on a good year, which is not too shabby, especially if he centers decent guys. Um, he can shut down anybody in the league. And Plekanec was that's what people fail to understand about Plekanec, and it's because he played in Montreal, and he also played at the same time as Bergeron. He never got the recognition that he deserves. Because he was at his peak when he was really, really good. He was a great offensive player, had a great shot, and he could shut down anybody. And Danault is another guy that's like that. And a lot of people give Bergevin a lot of crap for trades that he sucked and this and that. You know what? The majority of the trades he did, they usually pan out. And if they're not trades, they're signings that he decided to do a tryout, and some of them worked, some of them not. So one year he tried to give it, he gave a shot to Semin, Alexander Semin. That failed miserably. The year after, he gave a shot to Radulov, and that worked. Now Radulov fucked Montreal over, claiming that he basically went for the money in Dallas, which is fine. I was hoping that he would stay in Montreal. But the thing is, the thing is that it was a no danger deal. It was 1 year for $1 million. It was a joke. So even if he didn't pan out, that's fine. We were hoping he would pan out, but see, he did the same thing with Radulov, right? He did the same thing with Kovalchuk. Yeah, Kovalchuk. So I mean, he's willing to give people chances, but the majority of the time, like, think about it. The trade that he got Max Domi for, he got... Wait, who did he get Max Domi? Max Domi was Phoenix, right? So it was Galchenyuk for Max Domi and Suzuki, I think, right? Yeah. And that was... Suzuki's been an amazing player. All right, so as far as I know, that to me, he won that deal. Then you had the Vegas deal, which brought Pacioretty there. Now let's be honest, Pacioretty's been doing well, but at the same time, Tatar has been doing pretty well as well. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's weird. And also, what I freaking hate, rant time, what I absolutely fucking hate is the fact, so I bought the NHL package. Now, most years, the Habs play, you can get like, there's blackouts, except for national games, and then you can watch the game, which is fine. So regional blackouts. I am a Habs fan from Montreal. I can't watch any of the Habs games on the NHL package streaming online. I need to have like some kind of, which defies the purpose of a cord cutter. However, if I live west of Brampton, I could watch them. Or if I live in the Maritimes, I could watch them. So I have to do one of two things. Either I have to get myself a VPN, which would work, or I stream it from an illegal website. Unless I have it on TV, which I don't want to have. I'm a cord cutter, so I don't want to have to do that. It's so stupid. That is the stupidest thing I've ever... Oh, I hope Rogers croaks in the next deal. I honestly hope they don't do that shit. Yeah, the thing that's good about the NHL app, it's stupid in a way. It doesn't know when you're on a VPN or not. So as long as you have it thinks that you're from the States, it works great. But I mean, I shouldn't have to do that though. Like, I understand why they're doing it, but at the same time, and the worst part, the absolute worst part, if they're scared for me to actually watch like the local game, I prefer to watch the game in French. I like the commentators in French better than English. So I would still watch the French version. So they can still potentially get the viewership. It's It's because it's streamed through the NHL app and not through. It's so stupid. Yeah. Ever since day one, where he did that. Yes, I won. Nice defensive game. I think that's 4 games. I think I go to the next round. I swept Toronto Maple Laughs. Tomish Tatar. Moving on. Man, a lot of people haven't played this game, huh? So, technically, how does this work? Is it by conference? Yeah, it's by conference. So, Montreal, Boston. I'm probably going to lose. I am probably going to lose. You lose, you snooze. You know what? One thing that's the most underrated part about this game, I actually like the music. It's cheesy 80s greatness. Oh yeah, by the way, I heard that apparently everybody's been criticizing that Mortal Kombat sucks. I'm like, you didn't. So what? What were your expectations going in? It's a video game movie. Already expectations should be low. It looked great in the previews, but apparently the story is all over the place. Yeah, I didn't watch it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it. I mean, whatever. I was gonna watch it anyways. But people have like these weird expectations for movies. It's insane. And then on the IGN forum, somebody said it sucked. I said so, like the majority of most martial arts movies. And then somebody said, well, there are some good ones. Yeah, there are. What I said is the majority of martial arts movies are B movies. I'm sorry, even Steven Seagal is a B movie. Yeah, it has a higher production value, but it's still a B movie to me. It's still fun to watch, but you know, the plot, like, they're like, well, it's not a martial arts movie. It's an action movie with with some fighting inside. Okay, so it's like the original Mortal Kombat. Yes, I heard about that. Well, yeah, exactly. See, you, my friend, are my animal spirit, my my counterpart. Yeah, that's exactly. You watch the movies for, for whatever you watch the movies for. And my wife always criticizes those movies. It's like, this doesn't make sense. I'm like, that's the whole point. It's not supposed to make sense. I'm supposed to sit down, be void of any thinking for the next 2 hours, and then that's it. What was the movie I actually always love and I go back to? The story is very simple. It's not very difficult. I think it's called Twin Warriors. It's with Jet Li. I think it's named something else in Japan, in China. It's basically two guys that are poor, and they go through the ranks together. They do everything together, and then they have a choice. One has to go into one. Yeah, exactly. My wife too. She will, but she's a scientist, so she'll like analyze it. Why does this happen? Don't try. Don't even try. Just enjoy it. Stupid movies, fun. Yeah, so Twin Warriors. It's with Jet Li and what's the other guy's name? He's played in other martial arts movies. He's very popular in China as well. And they split up. So at one point, one gets power hungry and he goes up the ranks in the power, going up the ranks, and the other one stays as a peasant. And they end up meeting at the end. So, and the Jet Li character loses his focus. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's kind of all lost and stuff like that. And then he gains confidence and he gains his, he trains and stuff like that. And, it's called Twin Warriors. It's actually a really good movie. The action sequences in there are spectacularly amazing. It's named. There's two names for it. I just don't remember what the other name is. But the main one that I always remember in North America, it's called Twin Warriors. Yeah, which that I expected, like fatalities and stuff. But I mean, let's be honest. Did anybody watch the original Mortal Kombat for the story? I don't think so. I was actually stunned that they were able to make a Goro out of out of out of plastic. You know, I love the original, and I play. So the original movie. This is so fucking hilarious. My family and we went down to Wildwood. I think one summer, and that came out in the summer, and it was playing. And there's one, like, obviously you go to Wildwood to go to the beach. However, lo and behold, it was raining. So there's nothing that we could do. So basically, we were looking around, and basically we were able to go watch a movie. So my dad decided to take a nap. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna nap it away." And my brother and I would decided to go watch a movie. And it was a local. To the getting upset, it takes a whole different direction with Mortal Kombat, but sticks with a lot of the ninja lore between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which I appreciated a lot. Yeah, they looked really cool. Um, so yeah, we go into the. First of all, we see this movie theater called La Fleur de Lys, which is hilarious because it's French, it's very Quebecer, and it's in Wildwood. Anyways, we go inside, we buy our tickets, we go look at the chairs. The chairs are like the Adirondack chairs. They look like Adirondack chairs. They look like lawn chairs, and they put cushions on them. Anyways, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrendous. Then I realize 90% of the people that went to see the movie, they went from the side door that was completely open, and nobody asked questions when people would come in from there. There was nobody. There was nobody to look to check anybody coming in or whatever. And yeah, that's how I watched the original Mortal Kombat, and I actually really liked it. It was surprisingly good, and it was enough like the video game for me to go. I like this because they had the spikes. They had like, you know, I yeah, super, yeah. It was like really bad, and we ended up paying like, I don't know, 850 for the movie. It was so bad, like, and I asked, and I'm used to Canadian. So at the time, I be used to Canadian stuff when you order stuff at the kiosk. So I asked for uh, um, a large beverage here is about this big, right? About this tall, about this big. So we're like, we'll have a large Coke with a large popcorn. They fucking came back with a bucket of Coke. I'm not kidding you. It was a fucking bucket. Like, honestly, if I drank that, I'd piss every 10 minutes. Like, there's no reason why they should give you that much pop in one sitting. And the popcorn was just as big. And my brother ordered one too. He didn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, you know what? Cancel my order. I'm gonna have the same thing. I'm gonna have it with him. And we ended up sharing the Coke and but we didn't even finish it. It was so huge. It was insane. I understand the states go all out, but come on, that was insane. Then I realized that that's not just. We went. I forget where it was. I think we went to Applebee's, and they asked, "Do you want some extra fries?" And my wife didn't. My my wife didn't think anything of it. They came back with a fucking, like, I'm pretty sure they came with a truck to bring the fries. That was insane. So much food wasted. Like, makes no sense. No sense at all. Alright, buddies. Man, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours already. Holy crap. Time flies when you're having fun. Nice. Marchand out for the period. Good for him. I hate him. He's a sack of potatoes. He has a lot of talent, but he's a piece of shit when it comes to the actual individual. At least on the ice. And I will forever, I don't care if Pacioretty's not playing for the Montreal Canadiens, I will never forgive Chara for the hit he gave on Pacioretty. I don't care what he said in front of the cameras. That was an intent to injure. I'm sorry. That was the closest I've ever seen a player dying on the ice. Him and Clint Malarchuk. I don't know if you guys remember. He's the one that got the skate in the throat. He was a goaltender that got the skate in the throat, and he was bleeding profusely. It was really surreal to watch in real time. I was actually watching the game at the time. For whatever reason, we got a Buffalo game, and it was super freaking intense. Oh, come on. Come on. Like, really? Really, bro? Really? Oh, yeah. Pass it back to the frickin'... Hey, like the real Drouin. He passed it back to the opponent. Yay. This game is real. Ha-ha! Alright. By the way, I don't know who's watching and who's not, but hope that you guys are having a wonderful week. And how many times do I have to shoot on the freaking net? Hope that you guys had a wonderful week. Hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. You guys rock. Thank you for passing by on the stream on a Friday night. You guys are awesome. I wanted to play something stupid that I didn't have to think. Yeah, passing the skates, you dumb fuck. Me, that almost hit the net. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. The shot sound is so off. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's definitely not my setup. Yes. Oh, come on. God damn it. Oh, come on. Get a freaking... Can you guys get a rebound for once in your life? Just once. I asked for a rebound. Just once. Nope. No rebound. Why get a rebound? Who the fuck is 88? Who is number 88 for Boston? Well, I guess I'll know when he scores. I could probably go into the settings, but I don't care. Right wing, 88 for Boston. Nice! 2-0 against the big, bad Bruins. And by the way, Montreal has one of the best looking retro jerseys, reverse retro jerseys. but we have a sucky record with them. Oh my god! Every time we wear them, it's a curse. It's so bad. Hopefully we could. I don't know. They're really cool. The jerseys that I actually like the most, though, there was the Montreal Canadiens, and not because I'm a fan of the Montreal Canadiens. The blue one really does look good. Yeah, it's a lot of people like them. I'm not a big fan. I love the Nordiques one, the Nordiques in the Colorado colors. That is to me is really freaking sharp. I like the Minnesota Wild in the colors of the North Stars. That I really like, primarily because I really yeah um, I like the primarily because I used to love the North Stars growing up, especially when Bob Gainey was the coach and they went to the finals in '91 and lost against the Pittsburgh Penguins badly. I don't remember. I don't think it was a sweep. I think it was 4-1, but still. Mario Lemieux was like a freaking tank that year. Um, nice! Jonathan Drouin. He'll never score like that in real life, but it doesn't matter. He's on the board in the game. Again. I still prefer, though, the one that's on PC. NHL Hockey on PC. Which is the one that I think in on the consoles it was 94, I think. Or NHL 93. I don't remember. It was, oh yeah, it was NHL Hockey 93. That was it on the consoles. But the PC version, to this day, that's to me is the best because it's 8 bits and it's so cool. I love everything about it. It's so amazing. It just, oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Gallagher. Oh dear Lord. Where are you going, Gallagher? Get to the chopper, Gallagher. Get to the chopper. Yes! Jonathan. 4th goal of the night. The man is on fuego. Nice. I scored 1 second left. Bravo. Do 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 do. Oh, it's a highlight from another game. Or at least I thought it was from another game. Yeah, it is. All right. Nice. I didn't skip any. I didn't skip any. What? Come on. Well, that's offside. Oh, I hit the net. Icing. Penalty shot. Hit the pass. Hit the pass. Oh, that was a nice play. Tomish Tatar. Tatar. Me icing. My on the cake, eh? Minga, bro. Icing on the cake, bro. Ah. Oh, Drew Wayne out for the period. Oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Minga. Oh, come on. Really? Come on. Seriously? I'm playing just as good as the real Habs at this point. I like to play the same way as in reality. That's what I aim. Realism in my games, my retro games. Come on. Really? Really? Although I am winning 4-0 against the Bruins, I cannot say anything bad. Although they could have scored easily like 3-4 times. The computer is stupid. The AI, I don't know if it's because it's... I don't even know. I don't even remember picking a difficulty level. Because they look like dumbasses. Oh, that was a nice poke check. It's freaking bothering me. Who the hell is number 88? Right wing for the Boston Bruins. Is it Pasternak? Pasternak is not 88, is he? And if he is number 88, shouldn't they have a better team? My God, I cannot skate for the life of me. Holy crap. Oh my God. Carey Price with the save. And fucking Boston with the goddamn poke check. Oh, come on. Could you... 2 minutes left. I want to have a freaking shutout. Can I have a shutout, please? Is that too much to ask? Although, is it going to be a real Carey Price shutout? Which means that there's going to be a goal scored like with a minute left? Yeah. That would be a Carey Price shutout. Because that's how it works this year. Carey Price has not been himself this year. And kind of sucks, really. Thank God we have Allen, which we're going to lose this year at the expansion draft. Fan-fucking-tastic. They actually changed center. Okay. Oh, yeah, because Drouin was out. It's true. Win by shutout against the computer. I got an achievement. Yay! Sure. Drouin, 9 goals, 4 assists for 13 points in 5 games. Tatar, 5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points. Shea Weber, 4 goals, 2 assists. Gallagher, 3 goals. My God. Domi is still on this team? Oh, fuck. This is like... Okay. This roster is confusing. Because Allen is here, which means that... Okay. But Jason Wheel is here. James Wheel is here. And Domi is here. Which is weird. And we don't have Anderson. The roster is weird. Very, very weird. Let's go for one more game. After that, I'll probably call it quits. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, apparently Boston is supposed to kick my ass. Okay. That's not a penalty. Seriously? The fuck? Okay, that didn't work out as planned. Okay, how many shots can I get on a frickin'... Really? Really? Nice! Tatar with the goal. Goal scored by number 90, Tomish Tatar. Nice. Petrie. Petrie, this, Petrie, that, Petrie. Ooh, ah. Oh no. Thank you. Tatar. They call him Tuna. I don't know why. Is it because he stinks? I have no clue. A lot of bodies flying around here. Oh shit. Well, that'll do. Oh, nice. No! No! What am I doing? No! 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 What is that? Yeah, it is Pasternak 88. What the hell is that? Ah. That sounded like it hit the post. Nice. 2 periods to go. Boop, boo, doo, boo, doo. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. They're going to score again, aren't they? Really? Well, that was... Come on. The hell? Guys, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, come on. I could have got a rebound. Alright, well, it's a very defensive playoff game, that's for sure. Offside. Sorry, icing. Nice! Drouin. Yes, in the teats. Boom. No rebound. Yeah, that slap shot sound is on a delay. And I don't know why. It makes no sense. Everything else is fine. Yeah. NHL 22 may have a new engine and maybe on a PC. Yeah. I used to play NHL for the longest time on PC because I didn't have a console that was new enough. Oh, fuck off. Boston is back in it. Yeah. We'll see. I just find the games now are too complicated. Like I'm a hockey fan. I just find there's like too many modes. Like I just want an arcade mode where I just pick up and I play. Like I don't need the career mode, the franchise mode, the 25-year mode, the mode your grandmother likes, the mode your grandfather likes, the mode when it's sunny and it's snowing outside. Yeah, forget the puck, you dumb fuck. And I pass it to the opposition. Yay! Opposition. And yeah. Oh, who did I... Brad Marchand again. Well, do you have a current generation... Well, then maybe 22 will only be next gen. I have a Series X, so I really don't care. There's something I have to admit though. Yeah, you can put a controller on a PC and you can play PC. I still say the console is still the best place to play a sports game. And I've played both. I played on PC and I've played on console. But obviously, you play with what you can. I mean, obviously, that is a very good reason not to get a console. And I don't think NHL is a good enough game to be a console seller. Also, these games, I don't think they need to come out every year. Like, anyways, like every year they come out. The last time they revamped the series, it was what? 2015? NHL 15? It's the one that was bare bones. My honest opinion, no. If you can buy it on PC, yes, for sure. My point is, you should, like, I still say that consoles are better played when they're when they're on console. But I mean, it's not like it was like 20 years ago, right? But I don't know if there's a market for NHL on PC. That's something to think about. And to be honest, uh, what's his name? Microsoft is actually embracing the PC as their own platform, really. And PlayStation's following suit. Nice! Gallagher. Boot, boot. You would never have Shea Weber join the Rush like that in real life. He's way too fucking slow. He's slower than molasses. I actually think he's slower than Markov after he got his 2 operations. I'm not kidding. He is slow. He is massively slow. Yeah, PC Master Race. Yeah, sure. Everybody that says that, I always found them to be so cocky. Oh, yeah? Well, you know, we've had 120 FPS for like forever on PC. Okay, I'm happy for you. I rather play my games on console, so I don't have to think about the freaking graphics for the fucking game. Graphics cards and stuff like that. I've mentioned this numerous times on my channel. It's a lot better than it used to be in the 90s, for sure, or early 2000s. And there's games that are like, there's games that are weird playing on console. Like, I find the original Dooms are weird to play on console, because I always played them on computer. Shooters are definitely better on PCs, for sure. Like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Not that I'm a huge fan of that, but that would be a valid reason to get a PC. Where the fuck was I going with that? Ooh, do I get a break? No, I don't. Ho ho! Petrie by sneaking by the back door. This one over here, the back door. You know the back door. Not the front, not the side, but the back door. My sneaky weaky him over here. Sneaky weaky. Me, no penalty shot. Me, I'm stunned. Oh yeah, push that net. Just push it. Push. Nice. I think I'm gonna win it. I'm going on a limb over here, but I think I'm gonna be on the winning team over here. 6 games in a row. And I played like 1 game the other day, and I sucked and I lost. Oh my God, Pasternak, this guy. I'm gonna kick his ass so freaking much. Gonna kick his ass so fucking much that, yeah, that's it, you know? This guy over here bumping me with these body checks. I got a body check right over here for you. That's what I do. I know these guys, Vinny and Louie. They'll put you in the middle of the center ice with cement shoes. I know these guys. You don't mess around. All right, guys. This is it. Exit game. Exit game. Alright guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for passing by. Really appreciate it. Thank you Stimp, Psych, Wasteland. You guys rock. Always supporting me. Always appreciate it. If you guys want to read my reviews, you can go to aroundtable.ca, where the last review that I did will be tomorrow. Well, the last review that I did is Coffee Talk. I also reviewed Mass Effect, and the next one that I'm reviewing is the Old Blood, I believe. I still have a few to review. I haven't gotten that because... So, thank you so much for everyone for passing by. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And thank you, I got an alert from Brunandrum. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon for $1. Thank you for the $1 pledge. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate it for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Yeah, as you guys may know, if you guys want to support the channel, you can go on my Patreon page, Corporate Gamer 9. And you can support $1, $5, or $10. No, $1, $3, or $10. So for less than a cup of coffee a month, you can actually support me. So you guys are awesome. And yeah. Thank you so much for passing by. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the pledge. I'm humbled when every time somebody supports this channel, and hope to see you soon. And have a good one, kind people. And right now, what I'm going to do, hopefully it works, because every time I try this, it doesn't work. My chat, auto cue, it never shows up on here, but I don't know why. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Wasteland's channel. Is she streaming? Yes, she is. I'm going to go on her channel, and we're going to host her channel, alright? Have a good one, guys. And she is streaming Resident Evil 5. Have a good one. Ciao.
Hello, Corporate. Thank you for the host. Oh no, partner v partner. Nice obligatory crotch shot.
Jill, come on! It's me, Chris! Step out of it!
Nice move, Chris.
Months.
But now that your partner has arrived, I'll leave you two to catch up.
Yeah, totally unnecessary.
Come on, Jill! Get yourself together, wake up! Jill Valentine!